Hello, hello, happy Thursday. I hope you are having an amazing day. Again, if your week's been a little cuckoo, just remember, eclipse energy can be a little chaotic, so it's all right. Breathe. We're going to make it through. So today I wanted to come on, mostly because this was a recurring theme with almost everybody I talked to today. So I thought this might be on your mind as well, which is success is boring. And so it was really interesting because I had several conversations today where, people were like, oh my God, like, what, is there something wrong? I don't feel like jumping out of bed in the morning. And, I don't know if something like, am I not aligned with what I'm doing? That kind of thing. And, the truth is, as much as people kind of, plug these ideas of, you should be so excited about your business that you spring out of bed and you into action and rah. And the truth is, it's not going to feel like that every day. You're a human being having a human experience, and there are highs and lows. And the reality is, it's a long journey. Right? And I want you to think about, this was an analogy I used earlier today. When you fall in love and it's new and it's magical and it's like you can only think about that other person and you got stars in your eyes and everything else in your life kind of falls to the wayside and it's just magic and it's juicy and you're energized and you can't wait to see them and call them and go and do all the things. And it's just like, and that's not something that lasts forever, right? You have that for a couple of days or weeks or months or, however long it lasts. And then it kind of, not that it fizzles, but it's not this like ecstatic electric energy anymore. Instead, it just stabilizes. And for some people in relationships, they think that when that happens, that there's something wrong, that the magic's gone. And so they jump out of the relationship. And the truth is, in a long-term relationship, it's peaceful. There's stability between you. It doesn't mean that you don't love each other just as much. In fact, you tend to love each other more deeply, but it's not ecstatic. And you know what? We couldn't keep up that pace indefinitely because as we are, oh my God, this person, they're everything to us. And we're just like, oh my God. The rest of your life really does fall to the wayside and then things don't get done. And so remember, your life is holistic. So we end up finding an even keel. And this does mean falling into habits and routines together and all of those things. It doesn't mean you can't spice it up and have magic. You absolutely should. But that the fact that you don't wake up in the morning, singing a song to their name doesn't mean that you don't love them just as much. And the same thing is applicable in your business, right? Because when you start your business, you're like, oh, this is amazing and I'm going to change lives and I'm going to be a millionaire and, all of those things. And you have all of this energy and you like, boom, get into action. And then same thing as the relationship. The gigantic amount of energy, it kind of fades and it gets a little bit more stabilized. And then suddenly we can wonder if there's something wrong because we're always hearing people talk about the fact that you should just be like on fire. Your soul is on fire for your business. And deep down, yes, you do need to have a deep reason why you do what you do. It's really important that that's there. However, should you always feel excited like a little chihuahua? No, that would be unrealistic. That's not an even keel way for you to be able to show up. The truth is, executing success, it's kind of boring sometimes, and I've said this on multiple occasions, if you hang out with me for a day, you're probably going to be pretty bored. And that's because I do the same thing every single day. And it's not, sexy or glamorous, but it works. It gets things done. It also doesn't mean that it's horrible. And by boring, it really just means it's not, titillating or super exciting most of the time. That doesn't mean that there aren't moments of excitement, because there are, and there are even within the day-to-day things. However, most of it is just the routine day in and day out, right? Like you don't wake up every morning going, dental hygiene, I'm so excited to brush my teeth, oh my God! Like, no, you don't. But you brush your teeth, you take care of yourself, and then you make sure, you don't have cavities. And that's worth the effort, right? And it's the same thing with your business. You show up, you work on, building the offer, you work on marketing it, you work on selling, you work on networking, you do these things day in and day out. And some days you're going to feel more excited than others. Some days you're going to have an exciting occurrence happen. Some days you're not. And that's okay. And it's okay that you don't wake up every single day on fire to get it done, but rather that it's something that you stick to and you do it, that you find enjoyment in it. But it's actually easier, like our souls really are always looking for a sense of peace, because as much as excitement is a delicious thing to be in, excitement also is really generating a lot of energy, and that can exhaust you so much faster. So being in an even state where feeling more at peace is actually going to be more efficient in the long run. So it's okay. This is your permission slip. This is for you to know that you're not broken, that you're not doing the wrong business if you're not just like jumping for joy every second of every day. It's not realistic. I know people try and sell us this, bill of goods that you're supposed to feel this way and da-da-da-da-da. Now, of course, it's important to recognize if you hate doing what you're doing, that maybe some changes are needed. But if it's just like, today it was a little humdrum, that's okay. That's all right. That's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you if you feel that way. This is a normal thing. This is part of life. And in that moment and in these moments in the day-to-day, this is why it's so important that we actually find the joy and appreciation in every day, why we talk about gratitude as a daily thing. Because we tend to get future focused. We tend to think about what life will be like when you have that income goal or a certain number of clients or blah, 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 right? And the truth is, our day-to-day lives is actually full of a lot of mundane things, but the mundane things are actually pretty amazing. If you get to go outside and have some fresh air, if you get to hear a bird singing in a tree, if you get to go swimming or something, like these things, they're simple, but they're meaningful and they're powerful. And it's so important that we get rooted in these things. The Ferrari isn't really going to make you happy for more than a short period of time. Sure, you might enjoy driving it all the time, and you might, have a good couple weeks where you're gloating because it's delicious. And don't get me wrong, you want that Ferrari, go get that fucking Ferrari because it's a sexy car. But it's in the day-to-day that we find our joy, with the people we're with the things that we do, with the things that we experience. That's where the joy is. So root yourself in those things. Know that it's okay if you didn't have the most exciting day in the world, but if you showed up and you got some work done and you made some progress and you took some time to appreciate the moments along the way, maybe you had an inspiration and it was wonderful and you appreciate that moment, that's where the magic is. So your business can be magical without you having to be like shaking with excitement all the time. And that's so important for you to know. So I hope this was helpful. I hope if you've ever felt like, is there something wrong with me? I don't feel like jumping for joy all the time with my business. That's okay. It's totally okay. You're normal. It's all good. So hope this was helpful. And as you guys know, we are starting the Keys to the Universe this Monday, this 3-week deep dive into understanding, your purpose, your place in the universe, your power, how to unlock your unlimited ability to manifest. This is all the juicy goodness. And I'm so excited for you to come and hop into it. I will drop the link below so you can get all of the details, and I will see you there on Monday. Bye, guys.